Oh, greetings. Well, looky here. 4 people here already. I'm going to start early. Get a few things out of the way. Respond to some of the things that Michelle has been saying about me. I have diagnosis of several doctors. Training now stuff, I could dance if I wanted to. I could do all sorts of things that would satisfy their sexist preconceptions. But I don't, because it's not what I am. I passed real well on my behavior, and I got nice boobs. So that's silly. The assertion that, the young lady was not a virgin. She had been living with it. She invited me into my own bed that she was already in with the woman that I sleep with at the time. That's all I want to say about that. The only apology I owe her is for telling the story slightly embellished without changing the names. That, and I've done it several times. I'm sincerely, if there's anything I'm ashamed of about it, it's that. Otherwise, most people don't see it as good evening, Dopefish. But we're going to stick to the topic here, because trans on trans bullying is a real problem, not just against me, but against many others. A lot of people say that the only bullying they get is from trans people. And pretty much that's been the case with me, is that I'm doing pretty well, thanks. And yourself? I want to read. Oh, Avery, welcome. I'd like to read, since we got, I really want to keep this like to what I wanted to talk about. Hello, where'd it go? Shit. I lost it. I lost it. Shit. Shit. I'm going to have to find it in my history. Somehow I closed it. Here it is. Okay, this is from a site called letsqueerthingsup.com. Queer, trans identity, mental health, cats. The categories are about mental health, transgender, LGBTQ, self-care, identity, and contact us. This is Why Aren't More Trans People Denouncing Truscom by Sam Dillon Finch, who is a queer writer, mental health advocate, oversharer, powered by sparkly emojis, antidepressant drone. He and him are his preferred pronouns. So this starts off with a tweet publicly asking me about my genitals, or am I mistaken? If you ask me where the vast majority of my online harassment comes from, you might be surprised to know that it comes from other transgender people. Ever since I published this article on why body dysphoria is not what makes a person transgender, the pushback on social media by a small but vocal minority has been intense. The efforts to silence me, all on the basis that I am not trans enough, which is what I hear, has revealed a really dark side to the trans community that I never knew existed. The minority has consisted of trans medicalists, also referred to as Truscom, that Destiny Price character. I think Michelle is just not really all there, and she's being manipulated. As I spoke to the police about it, who had experience with a mental health contact with her in the past. The minority, they believe that the only valid transgender people are those who experience body dysphoria, desire a binary medical transition, and are pursuing hormones and surgery. All other trans people are not considered true trans and are referred to as traps, imposters, transgenders, or fakes. So here's someone named Pat E. Evans asking him, how much does a penis cost? And his answer was, are you offering to buy it for me? How sweet. I remember the first time I was ever harassed by a trans medicalist. I've been desperately trying to navigate a complicated insurance policy, having been living in Michigan where testosterone was not covered, and now being in California with the same insurance but distinctly different laws. It was, excuse me, um, that was my associate was asking me a question. Um, hello. It was an emotionally exhausting time as I tried to figure out what my options were for beginning my medical transition, coming up against legal hoops and roadblocks galore. It was around that time that a trans medicalist appeared in my Twitter mentions, accusing me of pretending to be trans for attention and tweeting to followers of mine that they should withdraw support from me because I was not yet on testosterone. Imagine the hell I was already in. I wanted testosterone and I couldn't access it. I was struggling to figure out how to come out to my family, fearful of rejection. Every day I was trapped in a body that I could not change, sitting on a secret that I was convinced would destroy my family. And then a transgender medicalist, someone in my community, was punishing me for not having the very thing I was trying desperately to get. It was a slap in the face. I can't describe the pain to you. After all my struggles as trans, the self-hatred, the desperation, the dysphoria, the self-harm, the confusion, I was being told that I was faking it. Faking it. I have known up until that point that there were actually trans people that thrived on being violent toward other trans people. I didn't think a transgender person would ever intentionally misgender, harass, and silence other trans people. But they're real and they're out there. And every so often they pitch a fit on social media, hurling violent language in my direction. They ask me invasive questions about my body, intentionally misgender me at every opportunity, interrogate my validity as a trans person, and mock my transition. Sound familiar, folks? Here's someone, Transtastica. For your information, she might have a surprise for this Wolverines, a new penis. Misgendering me and making fun of gender-affirming surgeries. Cute. It can be tempting to say that these folks are simply an exceptional bunch, not really representative of the community, something we should ignore or disregard. It can be tempting to write them off as a small minority that poses no real threat to the larger community, but I'm not here to do that, and neither am I. I'm exposing this harassment publicly, including just a fraction of some of the tweets I received in one day, because the trans community needs to acknowledge that these kinds of toxic ideologies exist in our spaces. We can't maintain the attitude that if we keep them out of sight and out of mind, everything is okay, because it's not okay. The reality is that our community can't continue to ignore a harmful, violent minority that actively excludes, attacks, and misgenders trans people under the guise of protecting transness. Our community can't continue to ignore the harassment that non-binary people in particular are enduring because we refuse to speak out against toxic and exclusive definitions of transness. Our community can't sit on the sidelines while this violent rhetoric continues to silence, shame, and harm trans people everywhere. These people are trying to destroy my life. They are actively conspiring out there to do everything they can to ruin my ability to make a living. They're not doing a real good job of it, but they did harm me pretty well, get me tossed from the gem show. Fortunately, it's with a company that still wants my services. If we give other trans people a free pass to attack our integrity and our identities, what do you think will stop cisgender people from doing the same? For me, cisgender people have been my allies in this. They see what I am. They accept me as a trans feminine person and don't care what's below my belly button. It's none of their business. None of them are my doctor. None of them want to go to bed with me. I ask them to relate to me as female, and they do. My behavior is acceptable to them as a female person, and most of my friends are cis females. Transgender people are not defined on the basis of their bodies. They aren't the surgeries they may get or the hormones they may or may not pursue. Transness is an identity. It's a sense of self in relation to culturally constructed ideas about gender. It's how we identify. It's the framework that we place ourselves within to better understand who we are, and it's fucking personal. Every person should be able to define their gender on their own terms. Otherwise, what the hell are we doing? We fought to reclaim our genders from those imposed on us at birth. So why should we impose it again on other trans people? Real talk, transgender is not an exclusive club that we can bar people from because they refuse to conform to cis-normative ideas about body and gender. Let me repeat that for you. There's no, this is, the Truscom, the trans medicalists, the people like Destiny Price running around defining all this crap based on research they don't even understand. Transgender is not an exclusive club that we can bar people from because they refuse to conform to cis-normative ideas about body and gender. When we deny transgender people the right to self-identify, that is an act of violence. How can we demand respect as a community when we aren't willing to respect one another? There are countless transgender people who either do not want to pursue a medical transition, their prerogative, or are unable to access it due to financial barriers or abusive caretakers. They are arguably the most vulnerable in our community, and they are subject to abuse not just from the outside world, but from people in our own community. If we are not denouncing this kind of violence against other trans people, if we sit idly while they spew this kind of hatred, we become complicit in it. We allow people in our community to be degraded, erased, and attacked when this kind of behavior goes unchecked and unacknowledged. And by extension, we give transphobic people outside the community full permission to engage with us in the exact same way. And this is how the Truscoms of Kiwi Farms are some of the most vile creatures on the internet, because they have a whole gang of transphobic people, fetishists, perverts, backing their play. Trans medicalists are not unicorns or make-believe. They attack me and countless others on a regular basis with more fervor than the time before, feeling emboldened by the total lack of accountability. It's easy to say that they're really a part of our community. It's really easy to ostracize them, block them, and dismiss them. It's more difficult and yes, truly necessary to realize that underneath the violence is a shaken, fragile, and troubled transgender person who is still part of our community. For that reason alone, we must call them in rather than calling them out. Well, I tried that. The viciousness expressed by Destiny Price, by Feline Dark Mage, by Jennifer J. Enjoy your kiwi farmers, girls. Hopefully Michelle will get the message and won't get sucked all the way in like the rest of you three and whatever others are in there that I don't know about. It's more difficult to say that as a community we must act, because if we don't, the violence will continue. Yes, it's our responsibility to hold them accountable and to stand in solidarity with those who have suffered at the hands of their abuse. Because if we aren't taking care of each other, who is going to stand up for us? Today I was harassed, but tomorrow it could be you. And tomorrow I'm going to be harassed again. Unless the police convinced Michelle that it won't be a good idea to have a talk about me tomorrow. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, she'll be going live to talk about Tommy Tudor. So let's see what's happened here. Dopefish. Henry Teal is asking, what did Michelle do wrong to me? She's repeating things that aren't true about me. I saw her channel. the videos are totally libelous. She's being fed information that's not true. She's being fed doctored shit. She's being mentally conditioned by the kiwi farmers to do this. I think so. Something about did you miss something? I'm talking out on the wire now. I'm going to look at my video. Looks like maybe there's a new comment I haven't seen yet. No. What the heck is going on here? I must have missed something. And my reply to that was, yeah, she's made 3 videos already and is advertising another talk about Tommy Tutor tomorrow. I'm going live in about an hour to talk about trans on trans bullying, and that's what's happening. She's bullying me. She's joining a gang of bullies that has been bullying me for 3 years. And that gang of bullies has been getting inspired and helped along with this by a gang of bullies that has nothing to do with the LGBT community. That's more like the Department of Defense fucking with me. That's been on me for 10 years. Absolutely not. Tommy, Michelle has asked me to ask you for a truce. Michelle needs to apologize and react and retract everything she said about me before I'll do a damn thing. I have no desire to communicate with that person in the future. I will not get on the air with somebody who has a demon that comes out without her control. You know, she's got you know, I just get all agitated and angry. This person has like serious other consciousness that comes out. I won't communicate with somebody like that. She needs to admit that everything she said is not true, that there was never any harm to Sabrina, that there was never any harm to the dog, that I am what I say I am. That's most important of all. And that's the subject here tonight. You know, fuck the innuendo personal shit about my history. Let's get to her completely denying my personal identity. I will not, you know, she's gonna completely retract everything she said, or I'm just gonna like tune her out, ignore her and all her followers. Okay, now moving right along through the comments. I have BDE, if I find your channel now, you're blocked. Guess not. I'm not going to waste any time on these videos. Just keep moving down the line. Out on the wire, you're on thin ice, man. She is seriously. She's got a psych jacket a mile long. I haven't looked at the arrest record yet. Her whole family's got arrest records that I haven't looked at yet. The comments, the people that get back to me were just like shaking their heads because everything that she said was just psycho about me and about socialism. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, Sam. Hi, Sam. How you doing? No, Michelle is not, well, I have absolutely no desire to talk to her. If she wants to get on the air and make a complete and total retraction, okay. You got the wrench, Sam. Thank you. Get rid of that BBE right away, please. Yeah, BBE is gone. And you can see the stuff that the YouTube isn't letting you see that he's saying. There's and anybody who else is calling me sir? Hello, Lentil. Hi, Sabrina. My day was weird. I didn't get much done, and Ariana's heading here anytime now, so she's probably not going to want to do this. We're going to be doing some recording tonight, and she's probably not going to want to do it live with a bunch of trolls watching. Well, let's see what else is in here. You don't understand. These people have absolutely no connection to any social circles that I want to be. Easy, Sabrina. I might have to block you. Actually, I thought I did. Yeah, it's just a bunch of fucking trolls. Trans on trans bullying supported by a bunch of trolls. Sam, I thought you were gonna help me with the trolls. I gave you a wrench. Let's see if Joe's available. Yeah. Hi, who's Eddie from downtown, Isabel? And yeah, I sell stones. Yeah, right there. Whole room full of stones here. What kind of stones were you looking for? And I'm not sure who Eddie downtown, who you mean. Yeah, I sell stones. Mr. Lovell, that's Ms. Wasserberg, Ms. Tudor. I'm not male. Oh, you. She's gonna be playing my keyboard. I probably should go get that and set it up because she's gonna be here anytime now. I tried to carry the keyboard and the stand and the board. It was sitting on one, so that didn't work. Let's see if I can do this without the board. I think I just had that board on there because I had no other place to put it. Someday I'll figure this out. I totally don't know how to use the thing. Get rid of that milk toast, please. Hi, King Chill. Do I sell crystals? Do I sell crystals? Of course I sell crystals. That's like what I do for a living. I have so I have a few like good-sized palm stones. One larger specimen, and I got crystals of all kinds. What kind of crystals are you looking for? Thank you, Samantha. Eddie with the dreads. No. Michelle, I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure who you. You know, I'd need to see a picture. I'm sure I'd recognize a picture right away. So something for Mrs. Dopefish. What's your budget like? And I'll show you a few things inside your budget. And well, I have, you know, I have clear quartz. I have citrine. I have ametrine. I have amethyst. Lots of different kinds of amethyst. I have rutile and clear quartz. I'm pushing the rutile this year for a reason. Here's the baddest one of the bunch. I don't know if you can see the rutile in it in this light. Let's see if we can. You can see the rutile, the fine little rutile fibers in it. I know that I need to clean this screen so I can see what's on it. Get rid of that BBE and report him too, please. And if you can go to his channel, block him. This one's a really sick, nasty one. So anyway, rutile, quartz is used for transmitting and receiving clear light energy. Yeah, this is a real sick and nasty one. Good size one. The nicest one I have of any size is this one. It's a white phantom. If you look real close near the tip, you see how there's a phantom crystal real close to the tip. It's got a triangular window. It's got a twin on, a little big twin on the side, and it flashes rainbows in the sunshine all the time. Bottom is the bottom is peeled also. This stone is 26 grams, and I'm asking or what, I forget. No, maybe it was 26. I think it was 26 hundredths of a pound, and I'm asking $100 a pound on this material. Would you please get rid of that BBE clown? I mean, like, this is ridiculous. For that one, $26 and like $5 to get it to you. So 31. Call it 30. We seem to have more than one asker on clear quartz. Here's some bigger ones. This one's also a white phantom. Throws a lot of rainbows. It's bigger. Hello, Tennessee. How are you this evening? It's bigger. And it's also pretty. It's got some healing showing on the bottom. This one here is not a white phantom. This is just, it doesn't, well, it is, but not quite so clearly as the other one. This is the only one that kind of stands on its own. I've been associated with the Rainbow family since 1982, and I never went to a lot of gatherings because it was so corrupted, but I'm still involved with Rainbow people. Yeah, right. She's going to need to like print a public. She's going to have to, do a total retraction and apology before I'll even consider anything else. I've said my last words about anything she's had to say already. Amethyst. I have one really magnificent amethyst crystal, but I need to get $80 for it. Yeah, if you're in Florida, then I mean, there's a lot of family around Gainesville and Ocala that they're old family, but they don't do that gathering. Sort of clean. It's a little dirty. Hi, Lewis. Happy day, man. Thanks for joining me. Amethyst. Where is that puppy? Where's some really good crystals? What do I do with them? What did I do? It's a really good one. That's really good stuff. I have a lot of amethyst, but I have one that's like really special. It's a double terminated point that is water included. It's in hydros. I don't know what. I'm not going to discuss any kiwi farm nonsense. Transition. All I did was stop pretending and shave off my beard. But thank you. This is a double terminated point. Let's get it up. You're not going to be able to see. I haven't looked at your picture, Jezebel. Where is it? Up in here. I want to see which side is it on. Right here. You can sort of see it. Inside, there's a bubble there. That's got water in it. Actually, no, Mr. Laugh. Very little of my life has anything to do with the kiwi farms. Would you please get rid of all these kiwi idiots, Sam? I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to be distracted by them when there's people looking at stones. Mrs. Dopefish, do you like her? Do you like her enough to give me $80 for this? I have one that's. I have several that are similar that I don't need nearly as much for. This one is a real special stone. It came from an old done. Go for it, baby. Get rid of all of them. Anybody who's asking me about anybody who's asking leading questions, get them. Yeah, it's got a really beautiful. It's got an anhydrous bubble. The air bubble doesn't move, but you can see it clearly. It just doesn't move. These guys are from Veracruz, Mexico, and they're very special for a number of reasons. One is their their nice wand shape, but the most important thing is that there's no commercial mine there. There's no commercial mine there. I'm not. If that's a little too much, I can play a little bit. And the $80. If you give me $80, it'll be with shipping included. Yeah, just kick all these, please. Oh, cool, wonderful. I hope she wants it. I'd like to know how these people who's I'd like to know how these people who have I have all kinds of stones, and I prefer you didn't call me dude. I'm female, please. Jimmy McGill is like basic toxic. Get rid of it. Gone. All of them. Thank you, Coconos. Thank you, Len. Tommy, I'm an intersex person, and my being is pretty gender neutral, actually. Thank you, Jezebel. You know, some people can't see me as female real easily, and I just ask that they call me Tommy. Ma'am, you know, if you want to come to attention and salute. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining me. You know, I represent El Paso Rock Shop. Um, you know, I thank you so much, folks. It's such a relief to have people here that like are willing to stand up to these trolls. You have no idea what I've had to endure for 20 years. Um, the I represent El Paso Rock Shop, who's the biggest rock dealer in Texas. He specializes in cutting rock and large display specimens, has some commercially cut cabochons, and a whole lot of stuff for the metaphysical trade. And my business is, I like to say that I bottom feed the industry. I've been going and cherry picking people like El Paso Rock Shop. Get rid of that Reggie's Round Earth. Uh, uh, I need to just stop looking at the chat. Thanks, Rachel. No, it's not. Go fuck yourself. Get out of my channel, man. I want nothing to do with a fool like you. Anyway, I like to say that I bottom feed the industry, where I'm focused on obtaining natural, conflict-free, and hand-quarried wherever possible. You know, something that has not been exposed to dynamite or backhoes. And at an affordable price for people who want them, for, you know, serious collectors and energy workers that want them for, or people wanting to do, or cutters, like, you know, the dynamite harms, you know, the dynamite harms the crystal's energy, the stone's energy, for transformative energy, for using it within your biomagnetic field, directing your consciousness through them to align, balance, cleanse the various centers. You should have seen at the show this year, there were crystal dicks everywhere, big ones. There were some big honkers out there. You know, I'd seen them, like, you know, 2-inch ones years ago, 1 and 2-inch ones, 1.5, 2-inch ones. Yeah, they were all over. Brazil makes them. I could kick myself. Years ago, I saw them, and like, I could have had 100 of them for like $50 or $60 or something like that. But instead, I just bought 10 for $1 a piece. And as soon as I got back to Chicago with them, they were gone. It's like, and at $10 a pop. So, so, who wants to see what stones? If you have a serious interest in stone, I take payment in PayPal right here. Get rid of MAGA. The answer to that is never. Get rid of that clown. I don't, you know, making him manipulating America's gullible assholes. That's what MAGA stands for. Hey, that's okay. I take trade too. If you have something I might be interested in, how about emerald? Not a whole lot in emerald right now. I have some small crystals, very small crystals. Get rid of Mr. Lab. Yes, have some beautiful Herkimer diamonds and tourmalines. Hi. Meeting is live.
Oh.
But we're good.
Oh, are we?
I have Jenny sent one of her disciples, and a friend. Thank you. And a friend is also helping. I mean, there's some people looking forward to us jamming.
Oh,
Better sitting there.
I'm not prepared to jam on camera.
Well, I told them you weren't likely to want to do it on my camera.
Okay.
So I'll wind it down. I think I don't know. You can see where you're on camera.
Yes, I can see that.
You're above it. I mean, your face is above it. There you have it, folks.
Coming down fast and always above it.
There you have it, folks. Ariana's here. Say hello, Ariana, please.
Hey.
We'll yeah, it's we got I had that sounds like extortion, Jimmy. Okay. It's rock and roll time, and I'm afraid, Ariana, you know, we're working on some projects together. Oh, look at this. Someone called the cops on this one. Yeah, someone called it. Do not delete that primetime calling. Don't delete that one. Call the cops.
What does that mean?
$1,000 to anyone that swats Thomas. The money's on the table.
Yeah, what does that mean? Like
swatting? That means
swatting?
calling 911 saying that there's a hostage situation here.
Who's the hostage?
Probably you.
Oh. I mean, you know, I could leave if I wanted to. Do you folks want to watch me leave just to show there's no hostage?
I'd rather you didn't. You're okay with a camera that's like between the two of us, right? I mean, the idea was to get some tracks that we can use for CD. And we can, you just use the audio.
Why would you do it this way?
Well, not while I'm streaming live. I'm going to cut the stream off and turn the camera on in the house. So
maybe that's okay.
yeah, I understand. You don't want to be. Only about half the audience is cool and half are assholes right now.
Isn't that always the way it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe in trolls. In their little holes. I believe in trolls. I believe they can break their molds and suck their souls.
Okay, now you can get rid of that. I've got a cap of it. Yeah, Tennessee. No, you strike me as somebody I don't want around here.
Is that a Tennessee?
A Tennessee Fairfield.
Tennessee Slim?
Talking shit. Yes, we know swatting is terrorism.
Like the SWAT team?
People have died from it. Get rid of Rich Lovell. Earlier. I'm out. I'm down to just smoking some hash that I have. Yeah, well, I don't have a lung problem actually. It's reactive airway syndrome. It's all upper respiratory. Well, I think that they I don't know. I can't really call them. I could real quick. I'll let them know. Well, that was you that called, and I didn't see it. The trouble with calling the cops is they only have the emergency number. They're enjoying this, but I'm going to make this quick and easy. Good night, Tennessee Fairfield.
911, what is the emergency?
It's not an emergency situation. Tucson Police.
And what are you reporting, please?
This is connected to an ongoing investigation. 1901. Zero.
Okay, let me connect you with the police. Don't hang up.
Okay. Hi, Tucson Police Department. This is Tommy Wasserberg calling from 160 East 21st Street. This is a supplement to a report number 1901 020210 by Peterson. I stream at YouTube. My viewers asked that I call and let you know that somebody had come on the channel and offered $1,000 to anybody who would swat me. So they wanted me to inform you that it's possible that people will be calling with false reports about me. Somebody may call with a false report about me tonight or in the near future.
Somebody might be calling to report.
Are you familiar with this false?
I'm not familiar with it. What was your name again?
My name is Tommy Wasserberg, Wasserberg.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and look that your case number up.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay. I had a restraining order on one of them, and the cops refused to collect it. Can't really get a restraining order on somebody who's not anywhere near here. You know who's this has been going on for many years. They won't. The local law enforcement has no jurisdiction, and the feds won't touch it because the individual losses are too low. Yeah, right. Thanks, Rachel and Sam. Too cool. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you weren't talking to me because I put you on hold.
No, I wasn't. I was talking to my viewers. I'm streaming live right now. They asked me to call you because somebody tried to hire somebody to do the SWAT prank on me.
Tell me, let me just a second.
Yeah, there's no need for a wellness check here.
All right, let me confirm the case number that you gave me. 1901020210.
Right, and that should be a complaint about a conspiracy to harass and defame me on the internet that is bleeding into the ground, resulting in incidents on the ground of people who have been sent at me with misinformation. Yeah.
Okay, well, I checked it out, and there's nothing coming up on that number. But I don't think you've got much to worry about.
No. I told them that, you know, the only I'm calling at my viewer's request, and all I'm calling to do is put you on notice that there may be prank calls attempting to claim that there's a hostage or something here. Get you to send the SWAT team out here. That's all this call was about. It was related.
Okay, all right. I
You
was
did-
confused. All right,
yeah.
so advised. Thanks for calling, Tommy.
Thank you, sir. Happy day.
All right.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. Are you Riggs? Are you able to block these guys? See, you're only able to put them on timeout. You got to block them at their channel, and even then, I don't think that stops them. I really need to cut this off though, because Ariana absolutely just does not want to. I know they do, and they don't keep making them. They have them in reserve. Some of these people have hundreds of accounts. They have hundreds of socks. I'm gonna shut this down because Ariana just does not want to be on camera. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Isabel, you're asking some very wrong question with that. No, I'm not. I don't like being called buddy. I'm Tommy, sister, girlfriend. No, Rob, I can't. I need to play some music. Ariana, I've been trying to get together to do this for months. So anyway, anybody who actually wants to call, she's hiding. She don't want to be on camera. Yeah, well, Michelle is harming my life. I won't. Thanks, Joseph. Good night, Stevie. Hello, Huel. I'll give you a little flute, and then I got to cut it off because really, we've been trying to get together to do this for months, and she just will not come out while the camera's running.
It's not a big deal like that.
Huh?
It's not like I'm fighting to resist or hiding in the shadows.
You don't want to be on camera.
I don't want to be, but I'm politely waiting.
Right. I don't know where my flute. What I do with my flute? Oh, I know where my flute is. I thought I knew where my flute was.
Although it's no surprise people want to come up with some reason why.
Oh, I don't know where my flute is. I'll have to use the other one real quick.
Like,
Here, I'll give you a little bit. No, no, I'm sorry. These people just totally blew my energy. Maybe later.
would they pay if there was some like sort of play hostage situation on camera? Like if someone were to tie me up.
Ariana's wondering if they'd pay. She'd be willing to let me tie her up to play at it being hostage.
If they pay.
But you have to pay in advance. How much do we need? How much do you want?
I mean, $100 is fine.
$100, and she'll let me tie her up, and we'll pretend she's a hostage. All right, that'll cost another $100.
What do they want?
They want you to tie me up.
Why, really?
So, well, ain't gonna happen, man. I'll give you a little bit of flute. That's about all I got here now. Yeah, right. Goodbye. Yeah, right. Talentless, tenured turkey. And Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Ari and I will be making a recording of what we do tonight, and I'll have it up. Well, I don't know, because we'll probably need to edit the shit out of it. Anyway, thanks for coming. Anybody who really wants to buy some stones, good night, Sam. Thank you very much. Block that Jezebel Jameson. Totally block that one. Thank you. No, fuck you. You're out of here. Thank you for helping me keep order. I have a troll-free zone that we're building at Free Forums. No, I don't bang dogs. Get rid of those too, please. Primetime calling, dead meat. This is a troll. That's a troll-free zone, and I hope so, Joseph. I gotta go. Thank you so much. Happy day. Bye bye.